I already had the capacitor storing charge. I already had the resistor controlling current, but I needed a way to let current move in only one direction. Two different inventions answered that need. Two different men, two different paths, without one knowing about the other. And both of them pointed toward the same future. In Wurzburg, a young man of 24 was probing lead sulfide crystals with a wire, and saw that current entered in one direction, but refused to flow the other way entire. Karl Ferdinand Braun had found something strange that physics could not yet explain or inspire. 1874, Karl Ferdinand Braun was studying electrical conduction in crystals. He noticed that current flowed freely in one direction, but not in the other. Unidirectional conduction. He did not know why. There was no theory to explain it yet. He published the result. He later patented the crystal rectifier in 1899. The Braun crystal detector was the component that allowed radio signals to be detected. Braun won the Nobel Prize in Physics in 1909, shared with Marconi for his contribution to radio, not for discovering the principle of unidirectional conduction in crystals. He did not live to see what it would become. He died in 1918. Fleming used the effect of Edison that Edison forgot. Two electrodes inside a sealed vacuum tube. The current flowed from the heated filament to the plate in only one direction all the way through. November of 1904, the thermionic diode had finally come true. John Ambrose Fleming remembered an effect that Thomas Edison had described in 1883. When an incandescent lamp had a second electrode inside, the current flowed in only one direction. Edison saw no practical application. Fleming did. Fleming's valve dominated electronics for decades. Radio, television, amplifiers, instruments. It was fragile. It overheated. It burned out. The ENIAC in 1946 used 18,000 of these valves. They were the heart of the first computer. But while the valve dominated electronics, a question hung in the air. What if there were a smaller, more resilient piece that could do the same thing without wearing out? Fleming was not thinking about that. He was thinking about radio. But the question remained, and the answer would come decades later. Every limit ever found, someone found another way. Every question left unanswered brought a brighter day. The story of learning is the story of never giving in. It was Braun probing crystals without knowing what he found. It was Fleming remembering the effect that Edison left behind. Each one answered a different question, and the pieces kept arriving one of a kind. I now had all the pieces I needed for the answer to that question to exist. The capacitor teaching how to store charge. The resistor teaching how to control current. Braun's discovery showing that crystals conduct in only one direction. Fleming's valve showing what needed to be replaced. Without them, the question would never have been asked. Without the question, the answer would never have come. That is the third part of the story.